So approaching your real estate as you approach your portfolio for stock is very important, because you need to know where you're putting your money in, because you don't want to be overexposed in some kind of asset. Good morning, bosses. We are back with the regular schedule vlog, where I'm going to take you through a day of a real estate agent here in Dubai. Actually, I'm a real estate agent worldwide, in Dubai and in Miami. Happens that in this moment, I am in the UAE. Usually on Fridays, I take to plan my next week and also plan my content. However, last week you saw it was super busy with all the visits, the site visits. So I'm taking the Monday to do that. I don't particularly like to do this on Mondays because it feels like I'm running behind instead of ahead, but it is what it is. Sometimes we need to. Most of the times we plan, and most of the time, sometimes we do as we can. I know a lot of people like to have Monday morning meetings to define the week, but I prefer to wake up knowing exactly what I'm going to do. And what I'm going to do now is record my drive-in talk segment in Portuguese. So I see you back here. Reflecting and talking to a client on how investing in real estate is very much similar to investing in stocks. I'm an economist, I am an investment manager by formation, and spent a good part of my career managing funds and assets and investments. And now that I'm an international real estate agent and developer, I would take the same approach to analyze a project, to analyze a stock. Going from top down, first you analyze the country, if there is a good country to invest. And the same thing you do with real estate. Is it good to invest in the US? Is it good to invest in Brazil? Is it good to invest in the UAE? Number two, you go to the sector, like to the macro sector. When you are in your stock, you're going to say, okay, it is good to invest in retail. If you do the same analysis for real estate, now you trim down to the city, right? Or the neighborhood. Okay, it is good to buy assets in this city. And once you analyze, okay, the city is good, the country is good. So the country is good, the macro sector is good, right? The macro sector, the stock being, for example, the retail, and the correspondence on real estate would be the city. Now we are going to the subsector or the specific sector. Retail, we can go several routes. We can go clothing, we can go electronics, we can go cars, we can go a lot of stuff, right? So within the sector of retail, we are going to pick a subsector. Okay, electronics. Is electronics retail a good thing? Yes, it is. Is this neighborhood on the real estate? Is this neighborhood a promising neighborhood? Yes. So now we have the country, the sector, and the subsector. Once we are in the subsector, okay, now that I'm in electronics, retail, which company will I invest in? Now that I found the country, the city, the neighborhood, which project will I invest in? So you're doing exactly the same parallel. And when you are building a portfolio, this client had $10 million to invest in real estate, and I'm building a portfolio for him. The same approach needs to be done. What part of your portfolio do you want to invest in? The blue chips, right? The good country, cities, neighborhoods, and projects that are stabilized, that you know the price is not going to go down. However, you are trading that safety for the lack of a huge upgrade in the future. You are getting an upgrade, a valuation for or capital appreciation to overcome inflation, and a little bit more because there's demand for that. That's the blue chips. How much of your asset, of your portfolio, do you want to put in income producing assets. In the stock, you're going to go to those stocks that pay good dividends. And in real estate, you go to those properties that pay good rent. Not all the properties pay good rent. Sometimes they don't pay good rent, but they have a huge upside in value. However, sometimes you don't have a huge upside in value, but everybody wants to rent them. So the rents are good. So that part you're going to go there. And which part of your portfolio you're going to take a little bit more risk and maybe invest in IPO? What part of your portfolio in real estate are you going to put in pre-construction and off-land? Because on those areas, on those kind of projects, you have a bigger upside. And to finish, what part of your portfolio you're really going to put the risk and invest like in a private equity company or in a new project or a company that is just starting, like a seed capital, a venture capital kind of stuff. In real estate, what part of your capital are you willing to put into venture capital projects, such as you're putting in construction, such as you're putting in fix and flip and things like that. So it's the same approach. Not all real estate are the same, so you need to really take care of that. So approaching your real estate as you approach your portfolio for stock is very important, because you need to know where you're putting your money in, because you don't want to be overexposed in some kind of asset. Do you want to tell us where we are going and what we are doing?
And I contacted the Emirates Palace, and they are extremely interested.
How was your meeting, baby?
Fuck, I'm so good.
And check this car. I want this car.
Love it.